Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm going to be showing you how to make this oven jerk chicken. So I already had the seasonings in the blender. This is onion, scallion, garlic, ginger, pimento, and scotch bonnet pepper. I bought this chicken because I was going to use it for school. Do you see that price though? I don't really buy these chickens, but I wanted it to look this to have this perfect looking chicken leg and thigh together, and you can really only get that from these kind of brands. The look of the skin and all of that, because with the homegrown ones they don't really look this plumped and perfect. But I was doing it for school, so I decided to get the prepackaged chicken quarters that were already cut. Not that I can't deconstruct the chicken, because I can. Well, here I was washing the chicken. I already had poured some vinegar in the bowl, but I didn't actually film it, so I went ahead and put a little bit more and film it. This is what they mean when you by washing your chicken. You can put lime, vinegar, stuff like that. I've been seeing people on the internet washing chicken with soap, and that's crazy. You will die. So I wash the chicken really good, have it drain off. I basically just set it aside, let it drain off a little bit. And here I'm just killing the chicken again. But this is a process that is going to be significant to get your seasoning soaked in well, especially you're going to do jerk, and we're going to do it in an oven, not over coal or wood. This is a really interesting step, but it's good to get the seasoning soaked in, as well as when you're cooking, it's also a benefit. Here I'm gonna put some vinegar into the blender, as well as some water and a bit of oil. Now I was really kind of eyeballing this. You don't want the mixture to be too thick, and you don't want it to be too thin either. You want it to be good consistency that it can actually rub over something, right? So put those ingredients in, and I went ahead and blend it. The peppercorns or pimento weren't enough, so I added some more after blending. So here I'm just blending it. So you can see the consistency is really good, and the oil really just helps to preserve your jerk mixture, because it gives, and it also helps to give your chicken another layer of moistness. I don't think a lot of people use oil in theirs, but I do. It's for preserving it, and also to help the chicken not dry out too much. As you can see, as I said, I add more pimentos and I blend it, as well as I put browning in it to just give it a bit of color. Now I'm going to be adding salt, some Maggi chicken season, cinnamon powder, ginger powder. Now those might be optional, because I did add ginger in there already. The cinnamon, it's a good flavoring to use as well. You won't really taste it much, but it does build on the flavor. Now I wouldn't recommend putting salt or anything like that into your wet marinade that you just made, because you want to be able to use it on something else, and you can always add salt to a dish. But something like this that's going to be baked, obviously you're not going to be able to add anything else, so you might want to rub in all these ingredients into your chicken and just give it a taste, so you can tell if it's salty enough or not. But you can always make a sauce that is a little bit more on the saltier side if that poses a problem. Now you can do this as spicy as you want by adding in a lot of scotch bonnet pepper. I didn't do too spicy because I was doing it for an exam, and I didn't want it to be overly spicy, but I would like it spicy as well. So I'm just rubbing in the marinade into the chicken really good. Got to put that cocoa butter on your chicken so that it does look good. So you see that brown stuff, I added a little bit more browning. That's gonna help with the color of the chicken. You know, chicken is white obviously, and when you're baking it, it can tend to stay a white color. When I was baking this, because I'm not going to show the cooking process, when I was baking this, I started on low, so I started on like 234 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I slowly brought it up to 350, and I basted it every 15 minutes, and I only cooked the chicken for like an hour and a half. It was in a convection oven, something that not a lot of people have at their disposal, but if you're doing it in your regular fire oven like everyone has, you want to just keep an eye on that. Don't turn it up too high. You want to try to get the inside of the chicken cooked really good. Just continue to baste it with your sauce. You can use this mixture to baste it, or you can also just add some ketchup, some barbecue sauce, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of vinegar, and baste your chicken with that. Mine turned out really well, really juicy, and it had really good flavor. I actually did this overnight, so I did this the day before examination. So I'm just gonna get that chilled in the fridge. It's something you want to do, have it marinate overnight at least. And here's a photo of what it was like when it was done. Absolutely perfect. I think I got 100.